Well, not since lockdown, but I do my hair during the week, and I like to not have product in my hair on the weekend. So that's why I always wear a hat on the weekend. The more you know, people, insights
I feel like that's the one time when you should have product in your hair is when you're
on the
seen
weekend.
by the
Right.
public. Yeah.
Well,
I don't understand that.
I don't go out on the weekends, mate. I'm a married old man with a baby. Going out is taking the bins out for me.
Look, he's not wrong. So yeah, I mean, today we've got a pretty interesting stream. We're doing the roster reveals for the Halo 3 draft tournament. We haven't done a draft tournament before, and we had a lot of interest as well. I think we managed to squeeze out 14 teams. There was one more team last minute as well, so a really big effort from the community, which is really good to see. Everyone supporting the events, and really getting behind the Halo Australia, especially now that we're in grassroots as well. So we have a bunch of things to talk about today. We're going to be going through each team individually, going through the rosters, kind of giving our thoughts on each team, as well as, I guess, for the players, it's important so you know what team you're on and you can identify the captain, and you guys can start practicing. The reason we wanted to do it a week early is so that it gives everyone a week in advance to start practicing as a team and doing all that stuff and getting organized, because I'm sure there'll be a few people that might have to pull out, or you get it. So I think we should just jump straight into it, boys. What do you think?
I think so. But I'm actually, this is one of the things I'm most excited for that we've done in a long time, because our community is so tight. We all kind of know who the good players are, who the good teams are, and the tournaments and cups usually go just about where we predict them to go. But this draft tournament, we have 14 teams of people that have never been one unit, so we have no idea what's going to happen, and
Right.
so it's really exciting. So I just wanted to add that in there. It's really, really cool. And we initially were going to do 8 teams, right? And we were worried of how much interest we were going to get, and then to almost double that of what our minimum number was going to be. That's pretty cool. But yeah, we should probably start talking about the teams, eh?
Yeah, I mean, well, I guess it's good that you brought that up, because one thing that I'm really excited about with the draft tournament is I kind of feel like anyone can win with the way that...
Maybe not your team.
Maybe not, yeah. You have to wait and see. You have to wait and see. But I think, with the way we've done the picks, we use, as Evan suggested, we use like a snake format, right? And so we seeded the captains from, I guess, best to worst or worst to best. And it basically works out so that there's an even spread of players amongst every team. And most players probably wouldn't have played together. Maybe one or two on a team, but that's what makes it exciting. And it's a good way for the community to kind of mesh together when, everyone kind of sticks in their groups, right? And now that they're forced to play with other players, you might make some new friends, you might, branch out and get to play with some new players. And for newer players as well, this is a great opportunity to get some experience. And there's a lot of new players, so shout out to the Arc Discord. There's a bunch of those guys who signed up, and I'm excited to see how they play as well.
Yeah, I remember when you first told me about that Discord, and I was shocked. There was just this huge community that I had no idea existed. And arguably, there's just as many active players within that community as there are in the competitive community. So it's good to see that crossover. Yeah. And we're gonna build Infinite, get everybody in one big happy family.
That's right. Mm-hmm. So let's just I think we should jump straight into it. So the first team we've got, I wish I had like a drum roll or something, but
should we list the captains first, or just
you'll see it on the graphic? You'll see it. So first team, Carnage, My Mind's Gone, M2, and I don't know how do we even pronounce that? Haxu. I believe that's
Haxui.
Haxui.
I believe that's Agony Q, if you remember him from back in the day.
Oh, cool.
I believe.
Oh, I do remember.
Grinding.
A lot of name changes, which is going to make this very confusing.
Oh, there's a lot of name changes.
Oh, really?
So Carnage actually got the first pick of the draft, and he went with My Mind's Gone, and which honestly I think this is a really interesting pick, because My Mind's Gone, he won the Halo 3 VR tournament. But in the competitive Halo Discord, he won that event. So I don't know if I could be wrong, but I think he might actually be a mouse and keyboard player as well.
Oh, spicy.
That is spicy. I don't know, but this team is I don't know. It's a very interesting team. I think Carnage has a lot of experience in the game, so I'd see how they go.
Sure.
All right.
Yeah, it should be pretty sick. And mouse and keyboard. I always love this debate, mouse and keyboard, PC versus console, because I think it's stupid.
It is stupid.
It's just like play whatever you want, follow the games. Like, oh, you're an Xbox person because you like Halo, and it's like, well, I've had a PC my entire life too. Like, what's the difference? So it doesn't matter. I play COD with a mouse and keyboard and rip people's faces off, and it's no different to Halo. So good player's a good player. So
I think I did evidence of that.
Yeah, I don't know.
yeah, right. You've seen my montage. Better than your montage.
Ooh, okay.
Look, we're not out here discussing montages, mate.
Everyone's singing. Who's this Evan guy? Never seen him before.
Yeah, Evan, Kevy. Why is this gamer tag Kevy?
Because
Evie.
everyone calls me
Is
Kevy.
he like an EU player or something?
Yeah, I think so.
Good enough.
All right.
All right. So team number 2.
Team number 2. Here we go. This is Jace's team. So Jace is the captain. Got Mantis, VB Mental, and definitely not high.
Well, that's a lie. I don't like it when people lie. He's definitely high.
This was the second player to pick. I originally wanted Mantis as a captain, but I don't think he knew how to turn his PC on.
Wow.
So,
That's a problem.
But he managed to find a way to sign up. And I think this is a pretty scary team, actually. Jace, Mantis have a lot of experience on Halo 3. Mental is definitely, he's been around a bit, and I've seen him in matchmaking. It all comes down to the fourth, honestly. Definitely not high. Look, some people play better, some people don't. So I guess...
Yeah, I know there's a few streamers that you can hear some bubbling between games, so maybe he's one of them. But like Jace, you're talking about scary. I mean, you seen Jace play snipers?
His name,
Like,
it's basically
He just
cheating.
clicks heads.
It's
He just
cheating.
goes down. Click,
Yeah,
click,
he's a
click,
psychopath.
click. Yeah. So
Absolutely incredible.
that'll be cool to see. You get the sniper in his hand, that's going to be a very dangerous team.
Yeah.
To look at. And then you got Mantis. I mean, he's
He's been around for
very
eons.
experienced, very knowledgeable, and he actually over the years while I've been involved, I've noticed he jumps in and fills for a lot of teams. Like, hey, we need one more for this tournament. He'll jump in and play with just about everyone, I've noticed. So he's an adaptable kind of guy. So this draft tournament format probably suits him pretty well.
Absolutely, yeah. I think both Jace and Mantis they have a lot of like leadership ability. So if they can kind of lead the other players and they could really cause a lot of upsets. I think. Let's jump into the third team. We have Sissy, Aleo, Insight, and Hyperno. So I feel like this team,
Alejo.
this team has a lot of individual skill.
Well, we saw what Alejo did at MEO, Melbourne Esports Open. He managed to win that, and there was plenty of talent that turned up over that weekend as well. And he was consistently good, and then beat out a lot of good players. So Alejo is a very good Halo 3 player. I'd say he's probably better at Halo 3 than he is at Halo 5.
I agree.
Yeah, very strong player. And then Sissy. I mean, Sissy plays every night, right? So you'd hope he'd be good by now.
Yeah, I mean, Sissy's been.
I've got no experience with playing with Sissy.
Pretty hard. That kid doesn't get off the game. And Aleo, he hasn't really been grinding that much. I haven't seen him on the Halo too much. I think he's got a lot of things going on. It was his birthday yesterday, by the way. Happy birthday to Aleo.
Happy birthday, mate.
I don't know too much about Insight and Hyperno, but I've definitely seen their names around. But just the fact that you've got Sissy and Aleo on the same team, yeah, they have a lot of experience, and I think these guys are definitely a team to look out for as well.
Absolutely. And I don't know what it is, but when you see like an OG tag, like you see Insight, for whatever reason, I just think that they're going to be a better player. Like if you've got like a heap
Oh,
of
yeah,
X's
yeah.
and then like numbers on your gamer tag,
Right,
generally you aren't
yeah.
very good.
Yeah, but
Barcode
then
would be
Barcode,
the
yeah.
exception.
That's
That would be the exception.
there's like
I was
Shroom Trooper
certain
as
he
well.
was a Smurf when he turned up, and I was like, "Who is this?
Get
Like
to prove
Smurfing in
himself.
hates. Get out. Who is this guy?"
Like Shroom
So-
Shroom Trooper, his gamer tag Shroom Trooper like 33 or something. Like
Oh, that 33 is garbage.
it's like
man.
well, that's why we play with them because then the other team don't quit. They just like, oh, they have a noob on their team. We have a chance.
They have a guess. It's
Yeah.
like when you play Halo 3, and like you have one OG tag, and then you have like 3 guests. on the
Complex
thing.
Singer, that's another one. Complex Singer 30, was it 38 or something?
Yeah, it must be garbage as well.
It's the most generated gamer tag I've ever seen.
All right, let's move into this next team. We got
16.
team number 4: Jelly Bean, Skids, Tom Fox or T Fox, and Nomad.
Nomad. I know Nomad.
Nomad.
He's
not bad.
a down under squadron guy. He was an old Dust guy when I was in Dust SSJ4.
Go way back.
He's a good player.
So
He's got lots of individual skill. I don't know
Was he?
what his competitive skill is like in Halo 3, but in terms of like gun skill and movement, I'd say he's pretty decent. Yeah.
Yeah, I noticed now that we have crossplay, we have players like Skids, a lot of players that they've been grinding on Xbox. They really haven't had a chance to play too many customs and get back into the competitive swing of things. So I'm excited to see how Skids goes as well. I think his gamer tag is Slides now though. I'm not really sure, but same guy. And obviously T Fox, super nice guy. He's I think he's slowly getting back into it. A lot of people, just haven't been playing too much, and this is their first tournament back, so really could go any way. But yeah, this is a interesting team. We got 2 New Zealanders and I think 2 Aussies, so good to see regions kind of playing with each other there.
Absolutely. Ooh, this next one.
Keep going.
All right, I'm just gonna jump straight to the next one. This is team
Yeah.
number 5. Here we go. Eclipse, GLS, No Hope, and Kevy. There you go, Evan.
Yeah,
You
man.
got picked. Look, you were the
Yeah,
last pick,
I
Evan.
thought
You were
even
the
though I
last-
had to be picked, that I would never be picked. I wasn't the last pick
You were the last pick of
of the
the
team.
of the team, of this team.
Look, I reckon that's a great pick.
That is
I slid.
this is a good team though. I honestly think so.
Yeah, if you like boat anchors on your team.
You mean I'm solid? That's all I heard.
Yeah.
I guess. Well, I mean, look, we got so Ash, Eclipse. I feel like I'm gonna say this for most of the captains, but I mean he's been around for a while. Love Ash. Well, always.
He's another player that fills in with a lot of teams as well. I think it's been a while since he's been on a solid roster for Halo 3 or Halo 5. And he fills quite a lot. So, he knows how to fill a role, I think. So good choice for a captain that can just kind of, make the best of a situation of his picks. But Grand Last Shadow, he's an absolute beast.
Yeah,
Not
I haven't
too
seen
familiar
him.
with how good No Hope is, but I mean,
was it?
Evan, it's kind of, if he can sticky tape his thumbs back onto his hand, he might do all right on the day.
Yeah, look, I need a bit of a warm up.
When was the last time you played Evan Customs? I don't even remember.
Far out. I don't know. I couldn't even tell you. It'd be probably a year.
Yikes!
It's not like I don't play the game though, but I definitely need to play something a bit more competitive.
Yeah. No one wants a griffball player on their team, mate. So you're the weak link on this one.
Yeah, well, look, someone signed up because they know they could show up. So I don't know about you, mate, but I would like to see where you got picked.
Yeah, that's true, Justin. I don't know. You
You
can't really
wait,
talk too
to
much,
see
but-
my team. You wait to see my team.
I'll be waiting. I'll be waiting a long
You're
time.
waiting.
All right. What else do we got? I think we're up to team number 6 now, and this is we got Hectic, Lithonius, Big Daddy Tetra, and Mage.
Mage.
I'm pretty sure that's Kinky Mage.
No.
From I think it's seen him around in Halo 5 a bit, but yeah, Hectic is back. Love Kieran, and
Oh my god.
again, another one of those Xbox players who, now with crossplay, had the ability to kind of play with everyone else. as well as Lithonius as well. I haven't seen Lithonius in.
He's played a damn lot of COD.
Yeah,
He's played a lot of Warzone.
he was
Whenever I look
telling
at my
me.
leaderboard, he's like,
He's like top 10 or something. He's crazy.
yeah, he's crap ton of wins. I just look at my leaderboard and I'm like, well, why even bother? His win ratio was like 30% or something higher than that.
Damn.
It was dumb. But yeah, no, he's.
You got a win yet, Evan? I know you were
Huh?
messaging me last week and you were really upset and you was like,
Mate, I
haven't
think
got a
I carried
Warzone
you to a
win.
win.
Nah, I don't think so. I carried you and your mates to a win.
So I did get a win. There's a lot of lies going through this chat.
I don't know who to believe, man. Honestly.
The stats don't lie. I got more wins than him. I check it.
Did you actually check? I'm looking.
Yeah, log in and check it. Log into COD Tracker right now. Guarantee I have more wins than you.
Oh, I'm gonna cry.
Well, I don't know, keeping on track, I guess. I think Lithonius, yeah, Big Daddy. I haven't seen Big Daddy. I think he's an OG player, isn't he? I haven't seen him around in a while, but I've seen him in the Discord and stuff, and same with Mage. So, I know Lithonius and Hectic have played together. They played at the Halo Australia LAN last year. Did relatively well as well. So I don't know, interesting team. Good to see like the branching out, playing with some new players, and at least you got those two sticking together. So, all right, let's move into this next team. Team number 7. We have. Oh, I think this is mine actually. Oh man, all right, let's get. I'm getting ready. Justin to roast me and my picks. There we go. We got myself, Square, Gohan, and Junda.
Well, first thing
Here we
that
go.
I'm wondering, Lunchy,
Here we
it's
go.
like, are you sure Square's even going to turn up on the
No,
day?
I actually don't think he will.
He's sleeping?
Yeah, there's a
Could be-
good
could be-
possibility. We
could
might
be
get another.
nothing.
We might get another Halo 5 situation.
Yeah, 7 other players waiting on main stage, and Strong Side is there just like twiddling his thumbs,
funny.
getting angry. Yeah, good one, Square. Anyway,
Pip.
anyway, so yourself, Square, Gohan, and John Doe. I think it's an okay squad.
It's a good team. I'm
Yeah.
surprised Jamie went as late as he did, and I know that you really wanted Square Zave, and then that got a bit controversial the other night when you were playing matchmaking. But I honestly think he's a great pick. He'll work it out.
Yeah, I think it's I wanted Square early on because I haven't had a lot of opportunities to play with him in an actual tournament, and we love to game together. And I noticed that Gohan Jamie hadn't been picked for quite a while, and I was like, people don't know the power behind this man. He's an underdog. So and I went for Junda. I've seen him in my Twitch chat a bit, seen him grinding away in the Arc Discord, and I thought, he seems like a pretty chill guy. So yeah, I'm excited to play with these guys, and hopefully we can do all right.
Well, Gohan's been playing all MCC for a while now, hasn't he? And he hasn't been signing up for the Halo 5 tournaments. You have to do something about that, mate. Need the numbers. But anyone that's been grinding MCC is in with a shot, because if there's people that they've sat in Halo 5 and haven't touched Halo 3, they're in an instant disadvantage, in my opinion. But they have a week to get prepared. It's an okay team, and good for a 13th place finish.
Thanks, mate. Alright. I'm just glad we can get that over and done with, to be honest, so I don't have to hear it.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, someone's going to come last, but we already covered Evan's team.
That's true.
No.
Right, who we got next? We got Gom, Ninjestics, Inferno, and Metal Dragoon. Now, this team is actually, I feel like this is a dark horse team, because Ninjestics has been around for a bit. He's been grinding a lot of Halo 5. Haven't seen him on Halo 3 too much, but I feel like if he just grinds the game, he'll do pretty well. Inferno as well. I think he's another one of those Xbox players. Now with the opportunity to start competing again. Metal Dragoon. I looked at his Halo Australia profile, and I think he played in the Halo Australia Pro League this year. So I think that's the only tournament. I could be wrong, but I think that might be the only tournament that he's played in. But I think, yeah, Gom has a lot of experience. I think he's pretty shit at aiming, but if he can if he can
Square
teach,
jar. Language.
If he can
That's
get
America's going to come here. He's
look,
going to break down the stream.
if Inferno and Ingestix can just go positive, I think they'll be all right.
Mate, I noticed that you started talking a lot more smack now that we've covered your team.
I don't know. I was happy to talk shit about Evan as well.
Have you been down the Target and bought some wooden spoons for your team yet?
Look, mate. Once you actually sign up, then maybe we can start.
Look,
talking.
my team. The only hint
Evan, I think I've had enough of this guy.
Is that Hex just bought
look, I think
back, so that's a little hint on what my team.
Look, at the same time, I just looked up the Warzone. I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, he looked up
exactly.
the stats. You know what he does.
I definitely don't want to talk about it.
How negative is it? What's his KD? Tell me.
Nah, mine's not great, but I play a lot of solo. This man's played a lot of Warzone. I didn't realize how much he played.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right. So moving into, we got team number 9. We got team captain Loberg, Compact Singer, 83.
There it is.
What a name, dude. Simon.
Was 82 taken, or?
I think it was.
That guy's obviously 83 years old. That's what that means.
Well, there was 82 Compact Singers before him, and now he's carrying on the torch. We've got Simon and XBL Charizard.
Charizard. My favorite Pokemon. Fun fact.
You have the card, don't you, in your phone?
I collect the OG base set Charizard cards. I got a lot of Charizard.
So expensive. You could have chosen any other card, but yet you're there for the money, aren't you?
No, Charizard's always been my favorite. But yeah, it is. You know, they are worth a bit of money, Evan. Just tell everyone about my investments. All right, thanks for that. You want to tell them my Bitcoin password as well while you're at it?
If you'd
You
like.
want to tell them I have my gold and silver hidden?
This is getting out of hand.
Yeah, it is.
This is getting out of hand.
I'm getting very aggressive.
What have we got?
It's just something, Evan. It just triggers me.
Oh, well,
Loberg's a beast, isn't he?
Loberg is a beast. I had the pleasure of teaming with him at the Halo Australia LAN, and yeah, I mean he's got a lot of experience on the game. Compact Singer is I feel like every second player on this list is just, I have to say, they're from Xbox, and now they can finally play with everyone. But I think Compact Singer, he's been grinding the game. He's been grinding matchmaking, and yeah, he's a pretty decent player too. So then you've got Simon. I mean, look, the first S stands for social, and then the second is Simon. So that man is a social slayer god. I think he's almost got a 50 as well. No, I don't know much about Charizard, but I heard it's a pretty good Pokemon. So
pretty decent. Not very good in the
meta, like
competitive format. No, in the meta, he's not all that great. So he's more of a social player.
Was it just because that was a rare card? Is that why it's worth so much? Like, because if it's a pointless card when you're playing it.
Yeah, pretty much. Well,
stupid.
it's Anyway, we're not talking about Pokemon today.
Right.
Everyone just knows that Charizard's the best. So shout out for him for having such a sick gamer tag. Better than KE with 7 Bs.
Yeah, let's just stop it.
What have I done?
Look, that's probably better. I think you should mute us too.
There we go. All right, coming up next, we got Skate, Bandit, Reeds, Dak City.
Right.
So Skate
and Reeds. Reeds is a great player. I haven't seen him around in the competitive scene for a while. Always see him in the chats, poking his head into any stream of a tournament that we're running. But he seems to be sniffing around a bit more. It's good to have you back, mate. He's a very solid player. I think there'll be quite a few names will underestimate how well he will do, in my opinion.
This will be a good team because Skate's a name change, isn't it? Because I didn't know who it was until you told me before.
Yeah, it was Tony Hawk Underground before.
Yeah, so this is Fram. He's been under the new alias of Skate. I'm not sure which one I prefer. Probably, I don't know. Probably Fram. But look, he's here, and he's the team captain. He's got Bandit, Reeds, and Dak City. Bandit as well, definitely another player to look out for. He's been he plays customs pretty much every night. I mean, that kid is a grinder. So I think this team is. I honestly, I think this is one of the favorites. I feel like this team will go pretty far.
Yeah.
I'd be surprised if they don't make top 4, to be honest. So I don't know.
Righto.
Yeah. Let's roll on.
Let's keep smashing. We've got so many teams to go through.
Oh, actually, we're getting towards the end.
We're going all right.
We're doing pretty well. What do we got up
We're in the
next?
second half.
Weasel, Shroom, Chasings, Argentum.
Weasel.
Weasel.
Back. Yeah.
This
How'd
is
you get a hold of him?
Yeah, this is a really how to get a hold of him. I think he was just he was actually really keen to get into to compete in this tournament. I thought he would be I don't know. I wasn't sure if he'd be
A busy man.
Yeah, busy man, but he's team captain with Shroom as well. I think Shroom definitely when he's on, he's on. That's what he says, right? When his sniper's on, you'll know that guy's.
Take the sniper off Weasel though, because Weasel could snipe.
He can. Weasel can do it all. I mean, we ran the Halo Australia 2v2 tournament for Halo 3 in the MCC series, and I think it was he teamed with Brattles back in the Break Even team, and
Halo 5 LAN as well.
Yeah, I mean
ESL Sydney.
That was it. I was on that team, and they were a great bunch of guys. A lot of experience.
Weasel can play. He's a very strong player. Even just looking at all the captains across the board, I would say he's up there with one of the best players overall, especially for Halo 3. So, I'm not familiar with the other players on the team, but I mean, if Weasel picked them, they must be at least decent.
Right.
But Weasel, very strong player.
Yeah, we're getting into strong captain territory now as we get to the other half.
It is stacked.
It's gonna start getting pretty stacked at the top end.
We already covered all the participation trophy players leading up to these guys.
Yeah, it was interesting because of how the picks went. The earlier teams, obviously got the first picks, and then as you get towards the higher seeded captains, they get the later picks. You kind of run out of those top level players that can fill the squads, and it's interesting to see kind of now as we move forward from this point onwards, kind of how the teams look. They're pretty interesting. I think this next one actually it could be the next one. This next team coming up.
Wow,
I think it's the strongest team. I don't know how Hef managed to get. Actually, I kind of do. I mean, let's just get this straight into it. But we've got Hef, Wilcox. I didn't put Wrath, but you all know who he is. Rambo and Brutals. And
that is a brutal team.
I think the reason Hef got such a good team is because no one picked Wilcox until the end. Like no one wanted to play with him. No one picked him until right at the end. So he managed to find.
He's getting high school flashbacks. That's a bit rude.
No, but this team is really strong. Hef and Wrath both have a lot of experience in Halo 3. I mean, Hef is one of the best. I think a lot of people would even argue he's the best player in Halo 3 in our region.
Is he still playing though? Like I don't know the last time I've seen him get on, but is he still jumping into games?
I think from time to time, but he's not he's not grinding it every day. But I mean, Rambo as well. I mean, what can you tell me about Rambo, boys?
Well, Rambo's a beast.
On Halo 3, though?
He's a turret. Look, if you've got thumbs and you're in a draft tournament of mismatched teams, if you've got thumbs, you're already in a good position to do well. But just looking at all these teams, I don't want to speak too early because there's a few teams left. But I would have to say this looks like the strongest team, in my opinion. Hef, I mean, we don't even need to talk about how good Hef is. Rambo is just like a wild card beast. And then, Wilcox, he is a very strong player. And I feel like he gets underestimated quite a lot.
No,
he's always
top teams all the time.
Yeah, and he always performs really well in a competitive setting, and which is good for him because it means he can talk smack to people he's outplaced at LANs. So So it suits him well. So this is a very strong team, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Rambo's gonna. I reckon Rambo will have a lot of time, and he'll just go, "Yeah, well."
I'd love to hear the comms on this team, actually.
Yeah,
Rambo and Wilcox just yelling at each other. That would be great.
All right. So what are we up to, boys? What team are we up to? I think we are almost at the very end, actually. We've only got a handful left. All right. So coming up next, we've got Junior, Synergy, Daylight, and Tim Awesome Tam.
Oh, I'm so hungry, dude. Yeah.
And Daylight Sniper, right?
Daylight Sniper, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Brendan. This is a decent squad. Junior has, he's a lot of experience in Halo 3. He's been grinding a lot of Halo 5 recently as well, and I think he actually teamed with he teamed with Ty Smith, didn't he, for the last time?
Yeah, most recently. Yeah, this would be a very good Halo 5 team too.
Yeah, it would be a decent Halo 5 team. Daylight. Did someone say they broke their thumb or something? What'd you say?
You're reading the chat. Apparently, Synergy's thumb is infected. He's probably been playing a little bit of rugby.
Infected with goat.
Is his aim just going to become mutated now?
Evan, did you understand my rugby reference? Are you the only one that laughed at it?
Yeah, it sucked.
Just Google the thumb joke for rugby, and then everyone will get it.
You drop you a couple of low-key jokes every now and then, and no one seems to be picking them up. Well,
Yeah.
Dave's definitely not picking
They're the
them up.
best kind of jokes because then you can be real elitist about it. It's like, well, those people aren't smart enough to get that joke.
Well, I don't know. This team,
that's
though, right?
a strong team, and Junior. I mean, he's a good leadership player and very knowledgeable.
He can lead. He can lead the troops. I mean, he's got that ability to just get everyone in gear, and as long as they listen to Junior, I think they'll be all right. Daylight, I think he used to love Halo 3, but hasn't been on the game in quite a long time actually. So.
And is Tim Tam a name change, or is he one of the guys from the Arc?
I think he's a new player, so I'm excited to see how he goes as well. He might be from the Arc Discord, I think, as well, yeah.
Yeah, he's playing with some pretty big minds, so he's going to learn a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. Great opportunity for new players like him to learn, so.
Absolutely. When there's names that I've never seen before, there's nothing more exciting than seeing them do something sick on stream. It's very easy to be naturally hyped when you see a new player do something sick. Like you're casting right, and it's like, oh, Seduce just did something awesome, and it's like, what else is new?
Yeah, true. It's fun to say Tim Tam too. He doesn't want to say that on stream.
I feel like I'm going to fumble my words quite a bit saying Tim Tam. I'll end up saying Tim Tim or Tam Tam, and people in the chat is like Justin's mumbling again. My big lips, right? They get in the way. They build up momentum, and then I can't speak.
Try and say it 10 times fast.
Tim Tam?
Yep.
I haven't got time for it. We've got to wrap it up.
Yeah, so let's keep going.
I'm going to get to Safeway and get some more Tim Tams.
All right, what do we got next? We've got we're down to our last two teams now. And these ones are pretty interesting too. So this next team was going to be the last team, and then we actually were able to squeeze one in right at the end, but team captain, Benno, got Paney, Evansies, and Psychotic Snipes. So a lot of fresh blood on this team, and Benno been around for, I mean, he's a dinosaur at this point. And I feel like this is a great opportunity for all these players to get some experience with Benno as well. Similar to Junior, but I think Paney and Evansy are pretty new to the competitive scene, as well as I don't know anything about Psychotic Snipes, but I'm assuming he hasn't played much either. Evansy's he's been a streamer on MCC. He's been around for a while, but this is just going to be his first tournament, I think. So excited to see how these guys go. Maybe if they get some scrims in, who knows? They might cause some upsets.
Yeah, Benno's playing a lot of COD, so you have to pull him off that. But
yeah, it was hard to get him to sign up initially because He's like, sorry, mate. COD just dropped. Got a scrim.
Get on, we have a scrim. Check, open up his COD tracker. I want to see his stats.
They're not going to be on Warzone. Tell you that much.
All right, and we've got our last team captain. Our last team. This team was literally formed last minute. I got a message, and there was the perfect amount of people to form a throw together team. And here it is. We've got Pips, OSP Jim.
Oosh.
I don't even know how to say that third gamer tag.
Acius?
Acius, yeah. And Harry is bad.
If he's good, I'll be very upset.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
kind
I
of.
don't like when people lie, Evan.
I don't like it. So yeah, Pips is very strong player in our
Is he?
region. Oh, I mean,
I'm just messing. I'm just messing.
he did pretty well at the Halo 3 LAN. It surprised me definitely. All the Halo 5 kids, they definitely surprised me. I mean, they've got the teamwork, and as long as they learn how to play Halo 3, I feel like they can do anything. And Pips is a very, very strong individual player. Jim has been around for a long time. You know a lot about Jim. Tell me about Jim, Justin.
Jim is very good at understanding just his own individual role with what's going on. So I think having throw together teams suits him pretty well. He'll look at a situation and just go, "This is what I should be doing." So he's a good pick in my opinion for that squad. I know it's a throw together team, but he could slot into any number of these teams and perform pretty well. And he would consider himself a classic Halo player, and he might even think that he's, he can correct me if he disagrees, but he'd probably say he's better at Halo 3 than he is at Halo 5 potentially. But Harry's bad. I mean, he's the real dark horse here.
I think he's in the chat too. He is.
Harry
is bad.
Harry,
Well,
Harry, speak to me. He
That's
bad? Or
technically
you
the
lying
last
to us?
pick, even though it was a throw together.
Yeah, it actually ended up like perfectly balanced, like exactly what I could have wanted. So
Yeah, I like it. It can hack.
Nothing like a last minute throw together team to get away from the fact that you were picked last, Evan.
Well, if you just look at how it went. No, let's not get into this. I've already lost the Warzone battle. I don't have any other statistics to back me up now. I'm in a lot of trouble.
Bad on paper, bad in real life.
Oh, I don't know
Good
what to
luck.
do. If I win it, I'll be so
man.
fucking happy.
Yeah, team last minute about to take this. Honestly, yeah, I mean Pip's team is looking pretty decent. So, I'm excited. Can we get some predictions? Well,
Yeah.
there's a lot of
My prediction. I'll go first.
Oh, here we
Prediction:
go.
first place will be Hef's team with Wilcox, Rambo, and Brutals. That is my pick. I'm calling it now. I reckon they're taking this thing. So hype in the chat. I'm Team Hef. But let's be honest, it's Team Wilcox. I think he'll take the mantle away, and he'll be the new captain. Like, I am the captain now, and he'll just take over. So Wilcox's team takes first place. That's my prediction.
Yeah, I think they're definitely a strong pick. I think I'll bring up the Google Doc actually and have a little gander, but there's a lot of strong teams. I think you mentioned Hef. I think Weasel's team is a really strong one as well. Weasel, Shroom, Chasings, and Argentum. Those guys have a lot of slaying power, and I think they all sound the same. I don't know. They literally all have the same voice. They have a deep voice. I think Chasings were making the joke already, but are you gonna hear their comms? They're just gonna be the most like mellow.
Hey, well, this guy one shot voting.
And then what's the other team? I mean, look, but you've got Rambo on Hef's team. I mean, getting that guy to even talk. So
true. I like Sissy's team though, by the way.
Sissy's
if all those guys show up, I don't mind it at all.
Yeah,
Insight and Hypeno are both pretty good.
They've got a lot of like individual skill. Like Aleo, he hasn't played a bit, but
he can always play. Whenever he's counted on, he always plays.
Papa's always ready.
He's warmed up. He'll be in Octagon at 4 a.m.
We have scream, Papa.
Papa. I love that man. I love him. And then I think, I think those are the three teams I feel like to really look out for. As well as I think honestly, you're giving Evan a lot of shit, but I think he has a decent team too. I actually think he has a pretty solid team. With Eclipse and Grand Lost Shadow, no hope. So yeah, I think
that is a very solid team.
it is. So
that's all I'll say.
That's pretty much that's all the teams, boys. That's all the teams. We do have one more announcement though before we end the stream. So as you all know, everyone who participates in the tournament, I'm not just talking about signing up. You actually have to play on the day. Everyone that participates will receive the Beach Life nameplate in MCC, which is pretty rare, and it looks pretty sick if you ask me.
Holographic.
I wish they need like
Not that
animated.
rare,
Like, could you imagine? Yeah, could you imagine if they had like animated like nameplates on MCC though? Like that would be so cool.
So good,
Like,
surely.
Surely,
They need animated.
Sure,
shit,
that's coming.
too.
absolutely, they need it. But yeah, we have and one more announcement. Before ending the stream, all I have is a graphic. But thank you to the Halo competitive channel, the ANZ Discord. We're increasing the prize pool up to $400.
Woo!
So
400 smackers.
400 smackers, and that will be spread out to the top 3 teams. So
that's 568 soft serves from McDonald's. So that's quite the contribution.
Oh my god.
So big shout out to those guys, increasing the prize pool from 200 now up to 400. So excited to see. I honestly, it's just that little bit of extra incentive, right? To to sweat out the game. The winning team just getting a little bit extra. It's nice to be rewarded for winning.
Under outside, I could get knocked out any minute, boys.
Well, we're at the end of the stream. You're lucky.
We made it.
Yeah, big shout out to Loretto and then the guys at that Discord as well. So, if you guys haven't joined the Discord, I think Jace is in here. Please, he might be able to link you I'll give you a link there for that. But
yeah, absolutely. And I would say anyone that's looking to get some practice in, and your team isn't able to get on for a scrim, you should be in this channel. It's a perfect opportunity to just jump into 8s every night to practice for this upcoming tournament. So, if you've got no excuse, if the rest of your team can't get on, then you can just get on and play some 8s through this Discord. So it's a good partnership for this tournament.
Yeah, another thing too, I was just having a thought. We need to come up with names for these teams too. So all of you squads deliberate and come up with some good team names so we can chuck them in as soon as we can.
Yeah, so the next step for the tournament, just before we go here, is now that you have your team captains, the responsibility is on the players and the captains to start, communicating, getting some squads together, creating a team on Halo Australia, and then we'll have a link to the bracket, and all the information will be released regarding the double Ilium bracket on over the next few days. And that tournament is on the 29th. So the 29th is the actual tournament. Sunday, the 29th. Don't forget it. So if you haven't already, link your gamer tag on Halo Australia. Otherwise, we can't give you rewards. We need your gamer tags to manually push them through.
It needs to be exact as well.
Exactly, you need exactly right. Yeah. So please link your gamer tags if you haven't. You have until the tournament to do it. We won't be chasing up any gamer tags after the tournament, so please do that as soon as possible. And of course, team captains, players, you know who you're teaming with, so please make sure you get in contact with each other. Let's have some fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Fun is the key word here. That's what the draft tournament is about. Just getting a whole bunch of people that haven't played together before, potentially, and just having a bit of fun. And, it's going to be a very interesting tournament that could, go any way, which is very, very cool. As I was saying earlier on, it's kind of a lot of our cups can go in a predictable fashion, and I love it when there's some excitement. Even just as when I'm casting and stuff like that, if you don't know which way it's going to go, it's really, really fun to cast. So I think this is going to be sick, and I hope heaps of people just get into it and have loads of fun. I know I'd be cracking beers on Sunday to my team's
Absolutely.
detriment if I was playing.
That's
Why you're not playing.
That's why I'm not playing, because I'm having beers Saturday night.
Yeah, it's a pretty casual event, and the aim of the tournament, like I said earlier on, is for everyone to kind of get some experience playing with new people, as well as I guess playing gaming some Halo 3. We got the new BR update, so the game feels amazing now. So
Yeah.
great.
Good breath of fresh air too.
Yeah,
Like everyone's,
absolutely.
it's an awesome format. It's just refreshing the whole thing, and it's just going to be a lot of fun. We hope to do plenty more of these later on, because I don't know.
Well, maybe,
we were all excited to throw these things
touch on to
together.
the future. Sorry to interrupt you, Evan. There, I just cut
Yeah,
you
good.
off after I had my turn talking. How rude. But now that we're officially grassroots, boys, we did it. Oosh, oosh. It's very cool, and it kind of means that we need to pull our fingers out as much as possible to keep bringing you guys consistent stuff to play in. So if you're looking at a time to get involved, getting involved now, and even if you're not playing in this draft tournament, come in and support the rest of the other players, because we've got a lot of stuff coming consistently all the way up to Infinite, and we've been planning for Infinite for a really long time as well. So
Yep.
Even when there's not a competition on, we talk every day about the future of what's going on, and grassroots just even more motivation. And thanks for 343 for welcoming us to the family. It's really cool, actually.
Yeah, it's been a long grind. We've been running these events for such a long time, so it's nice to finally get some get the name out there, and big thanks to the community for supporting our events, because if you guys didn't, then we wouldn't be running anything. So
Oh, absolutely, that's the biggest factor. You literally can't run a tournament without players, and particularly for people that have literally sign up to every cup and play, and there's consistent support is really, we notice when people are supporting us in the scene and stuff like that. So big shout out to the people. They'll know who they are.
I know
If
who
you're
they
playing all the time, you're one of the people that I'm thanking.
and
So
the
thank you very
customs
much.
together, retweeting everything on social media, sharing
Yeah.
sharing the love. That's what it's all about, because we're a small community and we need to continue to grow it. So yeah,
I'm keen for a LAN, man.
yeah, I mean, look, once Infinite's out, who knows? We have a lot of big plans coming up for Infinite. Obviously with COVID it makes things a little tricky, but as Justin said, there's a lot of things in the works, so get excited. And this is just the beginning. If this draft tournament, I mean, this is looking like we've got a lot of numbers, so we might do some more in the future, maybe for Halo 5, who knows.
Ooh,
That would
that'd
be
be
interesting.
that'd be cool.
That'd
That'd be cool.
interesting. I think that's pretty much it. Any last stuff from you guys?
Nothing from me. What about the chat? Chat, you got a question?
Any questions
sure.
in the chat? I guess we can do a little Q&A just before we end it.
Yeah, drop your questions in the chat.
It's not just
Yes,
spinning the
that has to be answered, that one.
tube.
I don't know. Have you seen American Psycho?
A little bit of water. That's it.
Do I get an OSP jersey?
Just
Tips,
water.
you haven't signed your contract yet, mate. Team
Stay-
Seagulls. Let's
Stay
get it.
hydrated, Jace. That's all you got to do is stay hydrated. Will we be streaming? I think someone asked. I think it was Jace. We'll be streaming the tournament. Obviously, yeah. It makes it's a little tricky with no spectator mode on MCC, and I know there's ways like workarounds where you can get people to stream on Discord or Twitch and then pull their streams, but I think for this tournament specifically, I would like all the team captains to stream. I'll be reaching out to a lot of them, and it gives them an opportunity to kind of grow their own brand as well. So I think we'll be promoting those streams as the tournament progresses. But yeah, we won't be as Halo Australia. We won't be streaming. I'll be streaming it on my Twitch, so you guys can watch me either get first rounded or win the event. So I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, as you're saying, it's a good opportunity for, it would be sick to take over the MCC portion of Twitch with a whole bunch of ANZ players
Let's do
ripping
it.
people's faces off. So anyone that streams, even if you're one of those people that only streams like every couple of months, just fire it up and let's just dominate the MCC page on Twitch. That'd be really, really cool.
Yeah, so it's double Elim best of 5. All the information regarding the tournament will be all the
Always
specifics.
double Elim.
I mean, the information's already up there. If you check on the draft sign up page, you can have a look at the rules. It tells you the maps and game types. All that stuff is in there. So have a quick read, have a quick refresh. If you haven't, if you're not up to date with the rules and settings. But yeah, there'll be more information coming over the next few days, and we'll be forcing some all those teams into the bracket pretty soon.
Yeah, get practicing, I guess.
Yeah, and I guess one thing before I go is, like I said earlier, if anyone's just joining us, the big reason we wanted to do this announcement, the roster reveals, a week early, is so that it gives the opportunity for players to start practicing and making new friends and really I guess get some early practice in, really. So get on the grind, boys. I want to see everyone playing some Halo 3.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
Let's get into it.
All right.
I know that Eclipse over there. Ash, I know. I'll be there, buddy. I'll be there.
Yeah, I
You'll
think that's pretty much it,
Oh,
guys.
Inman's here. Josh, what's going
He
on,
is.
mate?
The one and only. I think that's going to be it from us, guys. Thank you so much for watching the roster reveals. I hope you enjoyed this different kind of show that I kind of threw it together last minute, threw all the graphics together, and I think it turned out alright, to be honest. I think it actually turned out alright.
I think it's right.
Yeah, so thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it. All the shit talk and listening to Justin complain a lot.
Yeah, I need to get
Complain?
pocket tissues for next time we do this.
Yeah, honestly.
I'm just going to get ripped apart.
Look.
I'm going to go to bed early.
Until then, guys, I'll see you next Saturday is going to be our next live stream. That's going to be the Halo 5 Pro Series. So we're doing that every weekend where we can. And obviously the Sunday will be the Halo 3 Draft Tournament next week. So I'll see you guys then.
Yeah, let's go, Team Hef. Woo! Whoosh, whoosh. Like, comment, and subscribe. LTTswall.com. Anyone that gets that joke. Anyway, it's dinner time for me. My dinner's getting cold lunchy.
All right. Thanks for watching, boys.
Thanks, everyone. We'll see you next week.
Cheers.